Welcome back. Lacey Luna joins us this morning for Fitness Friday, and you might have a hard time getting that jar out of the studio. I have a pickle problem. Like, I love pickles of every kind. I eat them in ridiculous amounts, but we're talking this morning.
Why are we talking about pickles today?
I don't know, I just love it. We're talking about the Olympics, which everybody loves and has been glued into. The question is, though, what are these athletes eating?
Well, this is about eating for performance, not for pleasure.
Okay.
Which is totally opposite of what we're used to doing.
Right.
It's about eating the right nutrients before you perform and eating the right nutrients afterwards. And a lot of people have their own little superstitions, but there is science behind what they're eating too. For instance, you're not going to see a 10,000 meter runner taking in some sugar before a race because he'll have a short burst of energy only to have a sugar crash in the middle of a race.
Right.
However, you might see a sprinter like Allison Felix have some sugar before a race to give her a short burst of energy.
Yeah.
So every sport has a specific food that they might enjoy before their particular event.
Sure.
And there's a lot of nutrients that athletes are using to recover after a workout. Like whey protein has branched chain amino acids after a workout. Now people are using pickle juice. It's cheap. There's potassium and sodium in it to replace nutrients.
So good. No, I've read this before, that pickle juice, and you can actually buy pickle juice sports drinks, and there's not as much sodium in those, but if you have a jar at home, you can take a couple. How much would you drink? A couple swigs?
You know, I've not taken pickle juice. I'm not a fan of necessarily of pickle juice. Similar to Gatorade. Okay, it probably doesn't take much to replace what you've lost in a workout, especially because we're not Olympic athletes.
Oh, right.
We don't need a whole lot.
Just a little bit would probably help, and really it kind of helps to pick back up your electrolytes and things like
Electrolytes,
that.
it's very similar to Gatorade. It has the sodium in it, potassium. Also read that pickle juice has magnesium in it too.
Oh, really?
So there's a lot of nutrients evidently in it.
Pickle juice.
In pickle juice.
It's so easy.
Well, cheers,
Okay.
ladies.
Okay.
It's so good. I'm just gonna. No, we don't. I have a
I
problem.
think I'd rather drink water.
I would rather drink this, to be honest. It's so good.
Well, here you go.
They're eating some very interesting things too. I read a lot of them are doing honey sandwiches because of
That sounds
a little bit of
With
sugar.
with almond butter. The almond
Yeah.
butter gives you the protein and helps keep your blood sugar stable through the day. It also had also the carbohydrates that are in the sandwich too. It has a perfect balance of carbohydrates, protein, and fat.
Nice.
So it's perfect. That's a perfect meal. You know, I also read that Michael Phelps takes in about 12,000 calories in a day.
ridiculous.
When most of us take in closer to 1,200 to maybe 2,700 if we're eating a lot. That's a lot of food.
That's
And
incredible.
I think I read also that a hippo takes in about 12,000 calories.
Yeah, and you know, and they can do that because they burn so much during these games. Let's say we're getting ready for a 5K because we got a couple of those coming up.
Very good.
What should we eat before? Because a lot of people say don't eat.
I've heard spaghetti.
That's the night before. You want to kind of do a little carbohydrate load before the night before a race. Okay, and
So
then
pastas?
pasta's great, spaghetti. That's what a lot of people do is the spaghetti the night before. And then you have some energy for when you wake up in the morning. Maybe have a small breakfast. Don't eat a whole lot if you're not used to eating.
Yeah.
A protein bar is usually good in the morning.
Like a boiled egg?
Maybe, yeah.
Would that be all right?
Yeah, that'd be great. When's
Good.
the race?
Oh, it's coming
I
up
don't
soon.
know.
There's a race for the cure coming up. It's right around the block in October, so you want to stick around.
yay.
Aaron's always signing me up for races.
Different things.
And you want to run? No.
Most important, if you're sore and you're coming in, so pickle juice will work the day after to
Oh,
kind of
that'll help
you.
with sore muscles?
Well, and also there's natural anti-inflammatories. I came on the show not too long ago and talked about some foods that were natural anti-inflammatories.
Cool.
Cherries are one of them, blueberries, I believe kale and broccoli, those are our favorites.
Yeah.
Those are some natural anti-inflammatories, so they do help your recovery also.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Well, Lacey, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate
you.
it.
So
You can see
informative.
her over at Gold's Gym. Get a load of all the fitness news that you need. We appreciate it. We'll be right back. We got a lot more coming up next.